Okay, let's talk about a very quick hot take on OpenAI's announcements. We're going to leave aside the developer stuff, which was really cool, like Assistant API and all that stuff, and focus on the one thing that I think most businesses should be paying attention to right now. One of the things that was announced was called Custom GPTs. This is essentially an instance of ChatGPT that you take and you customize. You give it a purpose, you give it some instructions, you give it some capabilities, and then you can publish it. You can publish it to yourself, to your organization, to the public at large. And apparently later on this month, you'll be able to sell access to it. Think about what this means. This is a piece of software now that you can build with no coding at all and load it up with your data and then sell or give away access to it. So let me give you a practical example of what this could be like. Say you've got a newsletter like I do, and you've got 10 years of back issues. If you digest those down, get them into the right format, and then load those newsletters as a knowledge base into your custom GPT, you've now created an app with no coding that has your collected knowledge in it. Now, we don't know if what the limits are on the systems and document sizes and things yet, but it seems pretty clear that you'll at least be able to load up a good amount of some of your data. And based on what was being shown in the demo, external folks won't have access to the data. They'll just have access to the knowledge of the data. This is a really big deal. This means that you can essentially manufacture a version of ChatGPT with your data, with your organization's data, with your publicly available data. Now, I would follow the same best practices as always. Don't put confidential information in. Don't put personally identifying information. Don't put sensitive data in. But if you've got a blog, if you've got some white papers, you've got some books, assuming the system can handle them, you put that into your custom GPT, your custom app, and you now have the ability for people to chat with it. The very simple example, think about a website like our friends over at Marketing Profs. They could load their public blog posts into this thing and then have a custom chatbot. People can go into that and just ask it questions based on the knowledge that they have specialized with no coding at all. They could sell access to it. Again, no coding. You just have this thing available. I might put in episodes of my podcast. I might make a Trust Insights version of this. I could even make a version as an administrator of Slack, of our Analytics for Marketers Slack. I could export that, remove all the personal identifying information like names and things, and then give that to a GPT. And then inside my Slack community, I could offer a custom version of ChatGPT trained on everything my community has talked about. So there are two things that you need to be thinking about right now. One, ideas. What things would you want to make a custom version of ChatGPT for? Two, do you have the data? The company that has a good handle on their data now has an even bigger competitive advantage over companies that do not. Every company that has data laying around that is in good condition, that is not sensitive, and that benefits customers should be thinking real hard about what will it take for us to build a custom instance of ChatGPT with these custom GPTs and give or sell access to it as a way of monetizing your data, as a way of monetizing your knowledge, and as a way of satisfying your customers with the experience and knowledge you already have, but is locked away inside your corporate walls. Again, I can't emphasize strongly enough, don't put sensitive or confidential information into this thing just yet until there are versions made available that have those controls. But be thinking about the publicly available data that you have right now that's on your blog, on your website, on this, on that. Getting it into a custom GPT as soon as it's available to your account and starting to deploy your custom version of ChatGPT. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to know when new videos are available, hit the bell button to be notified as soon as new content is live.